Dorothy. This is your standing routine for your posture, your hip strength, mobility, and for your gait. You can have a chair or something to hang on to nearby. We talked about maybe putting on some music you like or that sort of thing. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do is just some calves raises. And you're just standing up nice and tall. So you can put on that nice ballet bar music or whatever you'd like. And focus on pushing the balls of the feet into the ground to rise up. You can hang on to something. Just want to make sure you're not just rocking yourself up, but you're pressing down. And then you can kind of summon that inner dancer, broaden across the collarbones, tuck the chin, lengthen through the crown of the head. Each time you rise up, you're pushing into the ground, but each time you lower down, you're lengthening up through the crown of your head. So each time you lower down, you're getting taller. So you can sort of slow and control the movement. Feel the muscles in your ankles and your feet pushing down into the ground. Feel the upper body lifting and getting taller, even as your heels come back towards the ground. Okay. And then you can have your feet just on the ground, right? So you could follow along with this or, just do about 10 of those. And now you're just shifting the hips around and doing some hip circles. So you can feel your body weight shift back into your heels, to the outer inner edges of your shoes, towards the balls of your feet, outer inner edges towards of your shoes. So just kind of feel the weight of the body shift around and find sort of all the corners of the bottoms of the feet. Right? And we're kind of just getting the hips moving then as well. Then standing in place, once again, single leg balance. So you can hang on to something. You can start with either leg, but we're shooting for about 30 seconds to a minute on each leg. So as you're standing there, you can have the tippy toe on the ground, so maybe just 80% of the weight is on one leg. You can circle your ankle, right? Stand up tall, that kind of thing. We're just spending time loading body weight on one leg. Yeah, and so we're just kind of standing here. Yeah, and that's probably about the right amount of time, just kind of ballparking it for this video. So if you repeat and follow along with me, go ahead and switch legs. Just don't always start on the same leg, because this isn't accurate timing for each leg. So again, this may be the good leg or the not so good leg. You can have the tippy toe on the ground, work on lifting the foot up. You can hang on to something as much as you want. Hanging on to something, you're still loading some body weight on that standing leg, and slowly, it should get stronger, right? And the reflexes will kind of get going even if you're hanging on to something. So that's why having the tippy toe on the ground or the upper body, just changing it up is useful. So your body can adapt to stabilizing with the ground or with the chair, be able to do both. Okay, and that's about right. So once again, you can shift the hips around. We did that after the calves raises. Now you're doing it after the single leg balance. Okay, and then we've got our reverse calves raises. I'll turn to the side just so this makes sense. But you're lifting your toes up, so you're in your heels, and then you're in your toes. And you're just kind of rocking back and forth. You can do this version, right? Or you can just stay on your heels and kind of walk around on your heels. Both are good. Really what we want is something to complement the calves raises. So I kind of like the heel walk, walking around. So unload the hips a little bit so it kind of feels nice after doing the single leg balance anyway. Okay. And then we've got our repetitive movements. So marching, right? So now we're momentarily balancing on one leg and then the other. So you can hang on to something, right? You can do this with your hands on the wall or your hands on a countertop. So you're marching like this, right? Or here I've got a chair, same idea. You just want to make sure that you can get your knees up, you're not running into something, but we want this repetitive movement. Right? And you can march in place, you can travel. This is great to have that music on and just do, right? You can even use your arm strength to get the leg up a little higher, but just doing this repetitive kind of movement. You may feel yourself tipping side to side, but then just see if you can stay centered, basically. Okay. So we've got our marching. Should be feeling muscles in the front of the hip working. Okay. All right. And then let's transition to our repetitive workout to the sides. So now you're lifting one leg and then the other. So same thing, you can have something to either side you're hanging onto, right, in front of you, and like that. But you just want to be lifting one leg out to the side and the other. You should be feeling the work in the sides of the hips. You'll need, the inner thigh to stretch a little bit, but for the most part, the loading is on the sides of the hips. And again, you can follow along with this video. If you're going rogue, which is great, you can do, just 10 of these, 10 marches, 10 side to side. If you shoot for more, even better. Right? So in lieu of going on a walk or something, you can just do these exercises. Okay, and then we need to bring the leg behind us. So then it's back here. And you can tap the toe behind you, right? But we want to make sure it's not just a knee bend, but we're actually moving in the hip joint. So tap back behind you, right? And have a repetitive tap back. And all of this is getting the hips ready, not just for better walking and movement, but also for the bigger movement, which will be in the other video, which is getting up and down out of the chair, getting up and down from the ground as well, right? Okay, so 10 of these, 20 of these, something like that. Okay, and then you can try just walking and seeing if you feel like things move a little bit better. That's the idea.